I started recording, my audio looked really low, and now I think I may have saved it. There it is. Look at that. Welcome to the 2:30 show. I'm hoping this camera works using a different one. This is the episode of the 2:30 show for this week right here. Boom. Thank you all for commenting. I had one from, I believe, Picante. You commented, but it was for the main channel thing, so I kind of left it off of the notes, but I did see your message. I appreciate you for swinging by. They have thought about doing that sort of concept before, but it's something that they want to call like Scrapyard Wars, I think, or they like know a series like that. But either way, it is something that is not going to be, I don't think, on the main channel for a while. So we got somebody, Zach is out, so Zach is in, and he's going to go ahead and give you some updates on GTA 6.
Nice. Okay, this is new to me too. GTA 6 new trailer and new release date. Rockstar finally gave us a release date, but it's not exactly what fans had hoped for. Sorry, the game has been teased to release in 2025, but the newest trailer announced an official date for next year, May 26, 2026. This is the first I'm hearing of this too. That's crazy. I thought we were getting it this year. Is the current target for the franchise's next release. A cinematic focus trailer introducing us to the game's likely playable duo, Jason Duval and Lucia Camino, where no new real info is in the trailer. We just got to see more of Vice City and a lot of partners in crime getting to know each other. That sucks. I guess we're never getting GTA 6.
No, I just want to make sure this line reads a little differently. And a lot of the partners in crime getting to know each other. It was in quotes because they pretty much were banging the whole trailer.
Oh, I did see. I saw their little like suit where they had the little things and had that little scene.
They were. It was pretty much all butts and bikinis. The first trailer and the second.
Oh, do I have any opinions?
This is all
at this point, I'm like getting too old. You know? I'm starting
you play 5?
Yeah, I loved 5. 5 was great, but I'm gonna be 30 by the time we play 6.
So,
I guess
30's
I'll
too old
like
to
it.
have fun. Heard it here first. You stop having fun once you get reprehensibilities. I got a story that I wrote but do not care to talk about, but I'll do it anyways. Height halts U.S. shipments. PC case maker Height is suspending most product shipments to the United States due to unsustainable import tariffs on Chinese components. While existing pre-orders will be fulfilled, the shipments are being diverted to other regions like EMEA, and product director Rob Teller confirmed the move during a Reddit AMA. Why is Reddit AMAs the way that people are releasing press statements? It's so stupid. Stating Height can't afford to sell many of its products in the U.S. under its current tariff conditions. Although some items like PC cases are typically excluded from the administration's proposed 145% tariff, they are still facing 20 and 25% off duties. They still face existing 20 and 25% duties on Chinese imports and aluminum products. Height shared that yes, its Y40 case, for example, had just a 5% profit margin before tariffs, forcing recent price hikes to just break even. Unless the U.S. rolls back its tariffs or Height finds a new supply strategy, the U.S. customers may soon find Height products unavailable. Despite this, the company plans to continue collaborations in the U.S. market due to a strong demand, though it warns prices will likely have to just keep rising. The question here is, what would you be most angry to see jump in price? And anything from GPUs to candy bars. And honestly, for me, I hate when bags of chips are like $8. That pisses me off. It's like a bag of air. They were nice enough to put chips in, and it's already crazy to me that they're $5. I don't know if they were $5 and my mom back in the day was just coughing it over because we wanted Doritos, or if, honest to God, those have always been that expensive. But I feel like I can go through a bag of chips in 3 minutes, and they are mass produced. Sell them to me in my little aluminum bag for fucking $2 or move on. I even the family size, $6 most. But I just cannot stomach when I'm doing my grocery run and like I got all my protein for the week for $20 and literally a quarter of that is spent on bag of chip. Annoying to me. Matt? I like the drip dog. The dog with drip.
Let's go ahead and talk about Polygon sold, staff gone. Gaming site Polygon has been sold to Vox Media by Vox Media to Valnet, a company known for content aggregation outlets such as Screen Rant and Comic Book Resources. The sale triggered a wave of layoffs with more than 20 staffers let go, including several senior writers and editors. Polygon co-founder and former EIC Chris Planty Also out of a job, confirmed the layoffs on social media, as did several other now former staff. The price of the sale wasn't disclosed, and Valnet's press release made no mention of the cuts. Critics, including Vox Media Union, have slammed the sale, accusing Valnet of devaluing quality journalism in favor of mass-produced content. Former staff and media reports have also called Valnet's operation expletive. Brain rot, with contributors from other sites calling it one of the worst companies in digital publishing. That is a very bold claim. Chris Gant, founding editor-in-chief of Polygon, expressed deep frustration that Valnet refused to meet with him or ask questions about the site's editorial legacy. Many see the sale as a major loss, not just for Vox, but game media as a whole, as one of the most respected voices in gaming coverage now faces an uncertain future under a new ownership. Is it the owner of the business's responsibility for his employees' well-being during the sale of his business? I would think so, yeah. I mean, to be fair, I feel like in big corporate sales, there's kind of like that human element that's lost. I know this guy's relieved. That's crazy. When you have like a massive corporation, obviously CEO is never really interacting much with like the, people in the other positions. So when you sell a company, you're really not seeing the faces of who you're affecting. If I had to sell it, I'd be seeing this face right here.
He'd be selling me like a surf.
I'd be selling him on a silver platter. I don't know if you want to buy that. On a surfboard. But yeah, I feel like they should value that. I mean, obviously, again, small company, I feel like that should be part of the sale. When you're selling a company, you're rewarding the people who got you there, You don't just leave them out to dry, but, we'll see if that ever happens to us.
Yeah, I just checked my favorite editor from that channel. I went to his Twitter, and yep, he says currently unemployed. The picture's not related, and it's a picture of him holding the Mini-Me guy. All right, Jackson, you got a story you want to tell us? A little yarn you want to weave? A little fly that's big as fuck? You see this, right?
Well, how is it little? Me when we're in couples therapy and McAllister's talking. We're not a couple. Game development and layoffs name a better duo. So this is EA. This is a company that I don't really know if I like, but I love their game Apex Legends. They've laid off 300 to 400 employees, including around 100 at its Respawn Entertainment studio. Honestly, don't know the difference, different sections or anything, but it says that they canceled the Titanfall universe game codenamed R7. I know there's the whole thing about save Titanfall and Titanfall this. I've never played it, so I don't know. But the project was an early stage extraction shooter, not close to release. This is part of a broader restructuring effort by EA as it reallocates resources and shifts its focus towards long-term strategic goals. Respawn confirmed the cancellation of R7, along with other incubation projects that had already been scrapped earlier in the year. Despite the shakeup, Respawn says that it remains committed to supporting Apex Legends. Yeah, Respawn, you're doing a great job with that. With the new seasons, a major overhaul, as well as continuing development on the new Star Wars Jedi title. That could be pretty interesting, but yeah, I gotta say, Apex Legends, it's gone pretty downhill. They've done some good things, obviously, but most people universally agree the game kind of sucks, mainly because I don't know what it is, they cannot get the ranking system, not even near right. To give you an idea, at one point, I was, high diamond. It is almost impossible for me for it to get past gold at this point. So their ranking system is pretty ridiculous. But these cuts follow earlier reductions from EA in February and March 2024, and that saw 5 to 6% of the workforce eliminated, which that's pretty crazy. If it's 300 to 400 employees, that's 5 to 6% of the workforce. They also scaled back BioWare after Dragon Age. Veligard underperformed. So BioWare after the Dragon Age, the Veligard. Never honestly even heard of that title. But apparently it underperformed by 50% from the expectations. That's pretty crazy. EA also revised its fiscal outlook downward following weak performance from the EA Sports FC 25, which I think, is that soccer, McAllister? FC 25? Yeah, FIFA. FIFA. What company had the biggest downfall from Grace, in your opinion? Biggest downfall. Probably actually, I think Bungie. Bungie's a great example. You had, I was thinking of larger, newer titles, but I think just back in the day, guys, Halo 1, 2, 3, Bungie, amazing. Was Reach Bungie? Well, anyways, yeah, basically, I'm going to die in this hill. I think Infinite was great. I don't know why so many people hate it, but I wish Bungie just kept going at it. Maybe they did, and I don't know that, but all I know is I miss Halo 2 and 3,
It used to be an actual question. Do you play COD or Halo? And now it's not a question. Yeah, it's do you play Warzone? it's period. And are you getting the new game? All right. Well, to all my Fortniters out there, to everyone, thank you all for watching. Comment down below. Once again, you're still to request something. You all did hit 5 unique comments on the previous video. I would love to keep that up. Obviously, it didn't happen this time, but if you all have any comments of ideas you want for your reward for that, you can mark it down below. I'll keep asking you to pick something until one of you does. If you're the only commenter, remember you have all the power, and as long as you ask for something reasonable, we'll try to give it to you. All right, thank you all for watching, and check out the 2:30 show next week. Peace.